Okay, you'll have... I took my book and... Okay, so I'm on a live right now, but I'll be in a minute. You'll have to go in because I can't deal with it when I'm out here. But I can deal with it when I come in. Moo says hi. Oh, those tweets. You wanted some treats? He's in his room sleeping. He doesn't feel good, buddy. We're going to try this again. I got Miss Lovey here. You got some hay in your hair, my dear. I'm back again. We'll see for how long. We might be calling it a day early on here because this is not working, but Phoenix is eating here and like I tried hay again last night. Very, very soft, very pliable hay. Very, very, very soft hay through that hay net. And this morning, like I would say 3/4 of it, no, not 3/4, probably 95% of it was on the ground. Which is frustrating, very frustrating. But as you can see, he's putting this away really well. And someone reminded me, and I looked back, in 3 days, we'll have had him for 2 weeks. Scarlett, Peter, you need to go out. You're not dressed for this, and you're getting covered in mud, and that's not too good. It's a mud mess out here. Crocs really are not the footwear, even though I'm wearing Crocs. But for the kids, it's like, yeah, it's just not probably a great idea to come in here. So what I'll do is I try to do, and I've taken pictures of him all along, but what I'll try to do with him is, we're coming up upon 2 weeks, so in 2 weeks I'll take the pictures and we'll do a side-by-side of what he looks like. We're doing nothing special. It's going to be the same area, the same type of picture that I took of him like the first day I brought him home, because I want to show every 2 weeks the difference. And then we'll have a collage side by side of 2 weeks, and then we'll have 3 pictures for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. And then when we hit a month, and we're gonna watch the difference in his back, in his top line here, and his ribs, and we're gonna see a difference. Now, if he could eat hay right now, the difference would be so much greater. But because he cannot eat hay, unfortunately, it's going to take more time, and it's not going to be as defined of a difference. We're going to get him there, but it's just going to take more time on the feed he's currently on. I'm just praying, because I've seen where some horses have a neurological problem, and that's what causes them to quit. And if that happens to be his issue, we could have a very hard time getting him normal and also just keeping him, because it would be very expensive to feed a horse all mash for the rest of his life. It would just be unbelievably expensive to do so. The top line, actually, honestly, there are exercises and things you can do. One of them is actually backing a horse up a hill. And we have plenty of areas where we could do that. I haven't started on any of the exercise portions, just because the other big way to get his top line on is to feed him, because he doesn't have any top line, but he also doesn't have any belly. He doesn't have any backbone. He doesn't have anything going on here. I mean, he has a backbone and it's pronounced, but otherwise, I mean, he just needs weight. But eventually, if I want to work on his top line, there are some exercises that I can do. Thank you, Robert. The chickens will not shut up. Can you
I think I'm
please,
tricky AI.
honey? Melody got eggs already this morning. Good boy. Good boy. So, if you're new here, this is he is from the Amish. He's an ex-Amish horse, and he is a senior, and he has a serious weight problem, as you can see. But he's been here. It'll be 2 weeks in 3 days. It'll be 2 weeks. So he's been here for 11 days. I don't know. I'm off my game today, guys. But we're helping him to put weight on. He's a very, very gentle horse, a very sweet horse. He's had the vet come out and do all of his cares. He has had farrier care, the very best. And so now it's just a process. We have had rainy, crappy weather, so now I have to bed this again. It's expensive to do this. He is definitely a worst case I've had with the quitting. Definitely the worst condition I've had. He could put on, the vet was thinking close to another 300 pounds for him. But he is sound. Yeah, thank you, Danetta. If you are new here and you enjoy rescue content, or you'd like to watch Phoenix's progress, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. I rescue horses. This is Phoenix. Up top, I have 2 minis up there. Those were both from rescue. And then I have Mr. Musta. He's my black horse. He's from a rescue. He was ex-Amish. The minis were ex-Amish. And then I have an Arabian mare that I rescued as well. I didn't just rescue. I like to say we rescued, because people on this channel helped me greatly when I went to bail these horses. And so I appreciate that. We have an Amazon wish list, and we have a GoFundMe set up right now for him. He is definitely my most expensive client because of his condition. It is very expensive to feed a horse this big when you are not able to feed them forage. He can't eat hay and he can't eat pasture. He just quids all of his food, which means he chews it up and spits it out. Due to the fact that he had sores in his mouth, the vet has taken care of him. She has filed down his teeth. She has done all of his cares, but his mouth is healing and he is learning. And unfortunately, right now, all that he can put down for nourishment is soaked feed. So I am soaking feed around the clock for him to eat. Yes. And for the old ones, honestly, Moo doesn't have a huge top line. Moo could use some work on top line, but I don't even bother. Why? Because he's Moo and he's just retiring, and I could try to get his top line so he looks better. But honestly, he's so well fed and loved and taken care of that if I wanted things to look really good and I really cared about him looking amazing, I could really work on his top line. But honestly, to me, it's not worth it. He's a beautiful horse, and he's retiring. He's old. He's 20-some years old, and they do have less top line as they age. But his is not even appropriate. I mean, this in here is not funny. I mean, it's not okay. It's not even like, oh, he's just older. No, this is bad. This is bad. It's not good. So, hello. Welcome, everybody. So, when I go to feed him, right now, in here, we have alfalfa cubes, which are we've just started integrating those into his food. Alfalfa cubes, beet pulp, alfalfa pellets, and a senior feed that's good quality. I can't even tell you guys how much it costs to feed him, because I don't even know. I haven't narrowed it down. It is very expensive. He is going through, one of my big scoops. I probably feed him 3 to 4 of those a day, just of the mix, and then I throw cubes on top of that. I haven't even tried to calculate how much he costs. Thankfully, somebody has donated off of my wish list for the supplements that he needs. because he also gets supplements on top of his food to help him gain weight. It is very, very expensive. I don't even know. I'm going to try to figure it out though, because I like to let people know like how much it costs. But just keeping him bedded in here with he's got draft feet, and we have very rainy, muddy. And so I like to keep this bedded. Just my bedding costs $14 a day just to keep this bedded for him. And I need to do it yet today. I haven't done it yet because I've been sleeping because my kids have been sick and we've had a nightmare at our house. And so it's all I can do just to come out and feed him all day. So I'm going to come out a little bit later today and get him bedded. I'm going to fill this water tank. I'll clean it out again. I clean out the water tanks daily because he has a quitting problem. He'll come over here and eat, and then he'll drop some of the feed into here. And it's an ongoing issue. I can strain it out, but it doesn't really get the water clean, and I don't like having yucky water. So I just had this clean this morning, and now I need to do it again. But I like them to have clean, fresh water. We're also going to get out his water tub. Do you mind, Clucky? Is there something you need to say? Okay, shoot. Go away. Really, you guys? Everybody? Very cool. A horse named Sunshine. Yeah, I think mine were $20 for my alfalfa cubes. I think that's what it was. And then it's just the amount that a horse this big needs to eat is a lot. It's very time consuming, also just soaking everything and getting out here to make sure that he gets the feed that he needs. But people are kind and have donated to his GoFundMe, and we're covering his cost, and we're able to get him what he needs. We just paid off with people's support. We were able to pay off his bill when we bailed him. We put it on a card, and we just kind of prayed that the GoFundMe would help, and it did, and other individuals helped us. So we paid off his bail bill. His vet bill is still coming. That will not be cheap, but this is going to be worth it, I think, to all the viewers and to everyone. When you guys see the difference in his body condition, and we've already seen a difference in his demeanor, he's acknowledging people, and he's starting to really come around as far as his personality goes, and he's a super sweet boy. His coat's gonna look different. It's already changing because when they get good nutrition, their coat looks different. You know, malnourished people have very brittle nails, and their hair is very coarse. That is the same with animals, and this is going to be different. This right now is extremely coarse hair. It's not lush at all, and so it's gonna be worth it, you guys. I know I keep saying that, but it is. It's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it when we see the finished product. Cubes help Jeezy and Tater. Yes, I remember watching Jeezy and Tater. He's still eating. Yes, Simba, he is. This is kind of the story of his life here, is eat, and eat. And Mike came out this morning to get something out of his truck, and he goes, I heard a very deep, very loud neigh. And I said, that's Phoenix. I've only heard it twice, but it's starting to be where he's looking for the food. And if I don't get it in here fast enough, he lets me know. So he does call out. Just to us, though. He doesn't call out for the other horses. When the other horses are out in pasture, he doesn't call for them. He doesn't talk to the other horses, but he talks to us. So it's pretty cool. So I think, honestly, bigjohnandfriends.org, if you're curious about donating, if you go to our website, that's probably the best way to do it. When you donate to a GoFundMe, they do take some of the proceeds. They do take a percentage. So bigjohnandfriends.org is where you can kind of read and safely give. and read their stories, read the rescue stories. Mr. Phoenix still has to go up on there, but I don't think that's happening today because there's so much going on with the kids and Mike being sick. I'm married and I have 4 kids. Can you huge him? I think you mean hug. Hugging is very personal. This is going to sound so stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. Hugging is a very personal, very intimate thing. You would never run up. I use Farm Fleet for most of my horse needs, or Fleet Farm. Those are the ones that are my go-tos for his care. They're the closest ones for us. Tractor Supply is pretty far for us to go. The closest one is like an hour from our house. So, whew, there's a bee, and he's very, buddy, leave us alone. I hug Norman and Moo. My horse is up there, and I'm getting closer to hugging Lovey. I do hug my horses, but I have not hugged him. And that's because I don't know him well enough to give him a hug, honestly. Now Normie will come up and actually melt into my hug, but I don't do it all the time. I never do it on a live because I don't know why. I just don't. But Normie's very huggable, very sensitive, very sweet, but it takes a little bit for them to get to a point where they trust you enough for you to do that. So, so I have a regular viewer on my channel who's actually, I think we're going to get to meet him, and we were going to go to a store and actually meet him, and he was going to buy some things for the horses. As far as like sending an order for pickup, I don't know how it would work exactly to do it. Because you could order online and pick up. I don't know exactly how it would work. It might be a little bit hard. Yeah, I should check into it because I would have to contact them and see how they would do that, because I think you can do like online orders, but then it would be a little bit to coordinate it. Hey buddy, good boy. It would just be a bit to coordinate it and make sure it's set up correctly. He's almost done eating. I'm gonna grab my bucket. I'll see if I can find my Mr. Norm. And then I'm gonna jump out of here because I need to go drink and grind dog food. My dogs eat raw food, so I gotta grind dog food and gotta make supper and have kids and do all my stuff with the kids. It looks like the yard needs to be mowed. There's always something. This is Normie right here. Hey bud, you guys want some treats? There you go. Yep, I gotta wash your fly masks tonight. I put some fly stuff on them, but flies are so bad that I like them to have their masks on. I've checked the P.O. box and Phoenix's mask hasn't come yet, so I'm still waiting on that, but here you go, bud. This is Moo. See, Moo has a little bit of top line issue. You can see that in there? It's not bad at all, but there's a little bit of top line issue there. He could technically be better, but hi, buddy. So this is Normie. Normie's the one I hug. We order, pay, and you as pickup person. Huh. That would be great. That would be great. I just would have to set it up so I would need to know like when I'm picking up, what I'm getting, how much. I don't know if they have don't think they have, look at these guys, they're curious about Phoenix's. This is Phoenix's bowl, you goofballs. All right. Come on, you guys. You bunch of goofballs. you just have to coordinate like what we need, because that's the thing too, is like we can't store a ton here, so we're a little bit careful about like what we bring in. Like we probably go to there every, because I don't like to keep a bunch of food around here because of mice, rats. I don't want that stuff getting into the food. I'm really careful. Everything that comes here goes into a bin, so I have bins that I put. Here she is, she's drinking. I have bins that I put all my food into. And I don't keep a ton of access around here just because of mice, rodents, all that stuff. I just don't. Huh. Maybe I'll have to look into that. Okay. If I lose you guys, I apologize. I'll probably jump off if my live cuts out because I'm gonna get going pretty soon anyways. But this is a, there we go. And so then I take a big scooper. This is his food bin. And I take a big scooper and that goes in there. So that'll be his next meal. I don't do the alfalfa cubes every meal. I've just been kind of incorporating them a little at a time. Yeah, farm. Hello, did you cut your hair? I did. Well, my kids did. My kids now, I had it cut like this professionally, and now my kids, I taught my kids how to cut it, so I just have my kids cut it to keep it under control. Because quite frankly, I'm not paying anybody else $20 just to do this. And it has to be done like every 6 weeks, so my kids do it. This is Normie. This is Normie. He's an Arabian. This is the one I hug. Why do I hug him? Because he's sensitive and emotional. He's such a good boy. You need a kiss, buddy? He's very sweet. Look at that face. How could you not love him? Mr. Normie. What a good horse. Yes, you are. He's my baby. And then Lovey has to come right up there because she doesn't want to be left out. No, she doesn't. And this is my Normie boy. Yeah, Farm Fleet gift cards would work a lot better, honestly. But I haven't really looked into having it picked up, so maybe that would work too. But Farm Fleet gift cards, because I don't keep a ton here. I can't. This is my tack room right now, and it is full. My alfalfa pellets, I'm hoping that nothing wants to eat alfalfa pellets because honestly, I don't have anywhere to put them. All of my bins here are all full. That bin, full. Everything is full, and I'm going through food like crazy. I'll have to, next week, Mike will have to go again. I'm hoping to get through this week, but next week he'll have to go again. Actually, we're not going to make it. No, he's going to have to go this week and get more food, but I can't take on more than what I have room for and what I can keep, because I keep mine like airtight. I keep my food like airtight in airtight containers, like away from rodents. Nothing can get into them, like, because I think that's just disgusting. I've gone to barns that have their food right open, and I'm like, that just seems like a recipe for disaster with rats and mice and nasty stuff. I just do not, yuck. So I buy a little at a time, and thankfully, the store that I buy from is close to Mike's work. So he'll like place an order while he's at work and go grab it on his lunch break or whatever, if I need anything. But like, my tack room, I like to keep it organized and cleaned out in here. And I don't want it to just be filled to the brim with feed and stuff. And I know that there's mice and stuff around, and so I like to keep everything inside. So I do buy a little at a time. That's kind of what works. Gift cards to Farm Fleet would work. Hey guys. Gift cards to Farm Fleet would work. It's like 80 degrees here. We're having like winter. Yeah, I mean, even with the cats. Yeah, all the cats. the cats can't get into my tack room, thankfully. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but all the cats' food is kept inside. Actually, we keep it in our house. So the kitties get fed twice a day. They get a whole pitcher full, and we keep it inside. All of the animals' food is kept stored. I don't, look at this girl, she's so hot. This is a St. Bernard and German Shepherd cross, and she has a super thick coat. And this time of the year is not particularly pleasant for her. She doesn't really care for the heat at all. She usually goes inside of our entryway and lays on the cement floor because it's cold and she likes it. But anyways, guys, hey there, buddy. This is Mr. Nomi. Do you need a kiss? Nomi. Nomi, come me. He's my baby boy. He's my baby. Oh, are you thirsty? I moved the tank outside. It was inside. He's my favorite. The way he drinks is my favorite. He always like splashes the water first. And it reminds me of, are you sure this water's sanitary? I can't remember what movie it's on, but are you sure this water's sanitary? It's on Tarzan. That's what Normie reminds me of every time he takes a drink. He kind of smells the water, looks at it, thinks about it. Are you sure this water's sanitary? Hello, Mr. Mooster. Hi, buddy. There's my boy Moo. Good boy. Good boy. Nope. Any and all, and I'm gonna post a video that I took yesterday. I'll post it shortly. Hello, Susan. I'll post a video shortly. I'm sorry, I look like garbage today. I feel like garbage, honestly. But I took a video, a 1-minute video of quitting, because I had given them I had given a Phoenix a thing of very high quality, very like fine hay for him to eat, to try. And I took a video of it because the quitting is the worst I've ever seen. Like, I found a few videos on YouTube of it, but this is the worst I've ever seen. I've ever seen. He wasn't ingesting anything. He wasn't getting anything. It was really hard to watch. But I want to show people what it looks like because I keep getting, I shouldn't say keep. I get comments here and there that are like, feed your horse, take care of your horse. Why doesn't he have any hay? And I just want to show people what this looks like because I've never seen it this bad before. Like, Moo used to quit a little bit. And once he got taken care of, Lovey there. Lovey used to quit a little bit. Nothing like what I've seen with Phoenix. His is the most horrendous case. And now I'm sitting here asking myself, Papa's? No, that's a kid. Kids are fine. Thank you. Kids are fine. Something sets her off. It really sets her off. But it's the worst I've ever seen. Now I'm sitting here wondering, how long am I gonna, because that food's expensive. How long is he gonna need that feed? Because holy buckets. Like I said, I'm gonna figure out how much it costs a week, but I'm sure it's close to $100 a week, not including supplements, just for the base of what he is gonna need. And right now I'm feeding him a bit less just because I'm trying to work my way up. So once he actually gets to where he needs, like the rations that a horse that big needs to eat, I am absolutely positive that it's going to be expensive. So I'm hoping we don't have to worry about that because he's going to get his eating figured out and he's going to be able to intake hay. And once he can take in hay, we can go way down on the feed cost. So this is Bubba's. Bubba's, are those flies bothering you? They are. Get away from my puppy. Yeah, I have some stuff that's made just for dogs, for flies. So I'm going to go, it's in my house. I'm going to go get that and put that on her. She's saying hi to everybody. Good girl, puppy. Actually have to go grind her food. Yeah, he's a draft cross, so he's bigger, and you can see it in his like bones and stuff, that he's just way too thin. And it's very pronounced because of his size. Lovey was way too thin, but it was a little less. Oh, someone's rolling. Oh, it's Normie. See if you can see Normie out there. He's rolling. But Lovey, it didn't seem as pronounced because she's a smaller built horse. So it didn't seem as bad. And you have this huge boned horse that's like, looks the way he does. It's just not a great look. I'm going to say goodbye, you guys, because I am heading out. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you for the likes and the comments and for supporting the channel. We're going to do this one take at a time, one horse at a time. Phoenix is definitely, he's definitely making progress, but definitely one of my hardest patients. So I will share on Wednesday. We'll be able to share his two-week photo, and you guys can see if you see a difference. But I will do that on Wednesday. I'll share his pictures of the day we got him, and then 2 weeks later, and we can see what kind of differences we're seeing. I know just in personality and in demeanor, I am seeing a 180 in this horse. I am. In the way that he interacts with me, in the way that he interacts with the kids, in the way that he communicates, in his overall demeanor, I am seeing a different horse than the one that I picked up 2 weeks ago. So that's something. But we're going to be able to see the physical differences as well, I'm sure. Thank you, Donna Lee, Danetta. Anybody who's new here, hi, buddy. My little guy's talking. Okay, I hope you get your other shoe. Oh, okay, good. Take care, everybody. I will not be on another live tonight because there's a lot going on here, but I'm hoping to get on one tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. It is Phoenix. No, it's Phoenix. He bumps his bucket with his knee, and you can hear it. It's not a storm. I'm from Minnesota. That's Puppus. She's the baby. She's the baby of the family. Aren't you, Puppy? She's a very good dog. Very good dog. See you guys later. Thank you.